When I think about why Cosmic Kitty came through and why I wrote Cosmic Kitty, it's actually part of a larger message. So I think about what I want people to know. The first thing I did is I didn't say I'm going to write a book and I need to go and write this book. I said, what is it that I want to share with the world? What message do I have? What is it that I wish people had told me 25 years ago, and that I had known? And what is it that I end up telling everybody about when I meet them? What are those things that I'm really passionate about? So I listed out from a content perspective. I actually said, okay, here are the things that I want people to understand, and most of them are around metaphysical concepts, mindfulness, about how to find your purpose, about how important it is to be authentic. There's a lot of key messages, and then there's tools and things like that go under those. But then I said, how do I get that message out? And one of the main avenues for that is Cosmic Kitty. She is a voice for some of these topics. And so I already knew what my passion was, and she became the wrapper in many, many ways. I didn't really realize that at the time. I had already put out exactly what the content was, and I was putting it into my coaching business, and I was putting it into workshops that I was doing mostly for women in the corporate world, really helping them to bridge the corporate world and the mindfulness world. How do you bring those things together again? But then Cosmic Kitty came through as yet another avenue of that. So if you understand your big platform, I know we use the word author platform a lot. I'm sure that there's a lot of out there. If you Google author platform and author learning center, you're going to see a ton of information. But the idea, but it's true. It's a very true concept, which is what is it you're trying to say, and then you figure out the best avenue to get that message. Is it a fictional book? I actually am writing a non-fictional book as well. I have a whole journeys book that's underway that is about my journey and how I have come into consciousness and awakening, which is a different group of audiences from the Cosmic Kitty series. And then I have a different parts of Cosmic Kitty series, the younger ones that are coming with full color art that are more simplistic, like a box set. And then the teacher's guide that you mentioned is something that teachers can use if they're using Cosmic Kitty in the classroom, because each chapter has its own themes, and you can actually use it as a way to teach mindfulness. There's a lot of mindfulness programs going on. So that gets back to one other point, which is if you can tie your work back to something that's a trend in the industry or something that's happening. In this case, I think the mindfulness is being taught in schools. A lot of progressive schools are teaching mindfulness programs. There are nonprofits who are actually funding mindfulness programs for different types of avenues. So creating a teacher's guide for me made sense, because then I could market it as a program that you could actually buy. And from a book perspective, you want people buying volumes of your book. And so if you can get them to buy it in bulk as part of a program to give to every child, and then you provide a teacher's guide for free to do the facilitation, it's a way of generating book sales in a larger volume.